Gotta go. So long.
A moment, Witcher. You strike me as a man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
No, and I don't have time to learn.
But the rules are quite simple. Come, let's play.
Why not?
Splendid! Here's how it's done.
How about a few rounds of cards? Gwent specifically. Ever play Gwent?
I do. And what's more, I usually win. If you've a deck, sit down. Outplay me, and I'll give you one of my unique cards. How's that for enticement?
Let's lay him down. Wouldn't mind a few rounds of Gwent. Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards. Up for a few rounds of Gwent? Let's play cards. Gwent wouldn't be bad. How about you take a break from hawking? We play cards instead. Been a while since I played cards with a subject of His Imperial Majesty. Game of Gwent. Let's lay him down. Yearning to play a few rounds of Gwent. That ought to set me straight. Rounds of Gwent? Heard you're a good boat wright, and an even better card player.
Want to play?
Always ready for a round. Wanted to ask you.
I play Gwent. And we can play for the prize card in my collection.
You a mind reader?
The good gods did bless me with some precognition. I say some, because it's selective like, only applies to mundane matters. Not a bird will ever shit on me, but all my foresights never helped me win a Gwent.
Let's lay him out. We get some cards in too, I'll be a happy man. A game of Gwent. How about it? So let's play. Gwent?
Not with just anybody, and always for high stakes. With you, right?
I'll play on your terms. Cards. Gwent wouldn't be bad. What would you say to a little game of Gwent? Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards. They say you play cards.
They don't speak idly then. Times are tough, and rare cards are often worth more than a fistful of gold. So, will ye play?
Let's. Don't know that I'm gonna buy anything, but I sure wouldn't mind a few rounds of Gwent. Wanted to play cards. Doubt we need to wait till tomorrow. How about you take a break from hawking? We play cards instead. A game of Gwent. How about it? And a few rounds of cards. For a few rounds of Gwent? Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards. Not hungry, not thirsty, but I sure wouldn't mind a round of Gwent. Round or two of cards. Only need my hands for that. Up for a few rounds of Gwent? Play Gwent, don't you?
Oh, sure. Because I'm a dwarf. Is that it? Do you also believe I know every other bleeding dwarf in existence, and at the end of each day, I deepen the mine shaft in my cellar?
So you play or not?
Aye, I play.
So play me. Stake a unique card, maybe?
Why not?
Partner, wouldn't mind a round of Gwent.
Then you're in the right place, friend. If you'll play now, I'll stake the unique card from my collection.
Sure, let's play. Less controversial. Wouldn't mind playing a few rounds of Gwent. I'm curious. You play Gwent?
Certainly. Though for high stakes exclusively, of course. In fact, the game would be exceedingly boring without the risk.
Up for a round?
Why, yes. Let's play.
We get some cards in too, I'll be a happy man. What would you say to a few rounds of Gwent? Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards. In the mood for some diversion. A game of Gwent would be best. Let's play cards. Gwent wouldn't be bad. Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards. Played cards for them once. Care to play again? You're clearly in the middle of a lucky streak. Could very well continue.
You might be right. Let's play.
A few rounds of cards. Gwent specifically. Round of Gwent.
I never refuse.
Let's play. You play Gwent, Roach?
Yes, but there's no one to play against here. If you've got a deck, pull it out.
Good luck. Up for a few rounds of Gwent? So, should we lay him down?
Yes. You need not ask twice.
Ever play Gwent?
I do. Gwent's like politics, just more honest. Care for a game against an old master?
Yeah, let's play. You play Gwent?
Do you really have no one else to play with?
Always nice to play someone new.
Fine, beggars can't be choosers after all. I'll play you, and even stake one of my unique cards.
Pull out your cards.
First, you shall face Margrave Vladimir de Crane. The man can afford to lose, so he's likely to be reckless.
Let's do it.
Your next opponent, Count Gomo Sealing. In his day, his father lost the family estate in the Nimnar Valley. Seems Gomo has followed in his footsteps. Yet, do not underestimate him. Desperate men can be dangerous.
Let's do it. If you insist.
I believe I will plough your ass like a cheap horse.
Wanna play?
Naturally. Good luck to you.
Up for a few rounds of Gwent? Did I hear right? Word is you like to play cards.
I like to play, period. Dice, cards, chess. I unwind playing games. You asking because you got fuck all to talk about? Or are you in the mood for a round?
All right, let's play. Just remember, only interested in good cards. Don't want any trash.
How about a game of gwent?
Sure, let's play.
As it is, that's all your fingers broke. So, it seems the Witcher will have to play for you. Sound good? See? Rav is on board. What do you say? We add some spice to the game. Raise the stakes. Ravi's life and the Natali's card. Fancy that?
Agreed.
And here I thought you'd be no fun at all. Let's play, let's play!
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards. Let's play cards. Gwent wouldn't be bad. Actually kinda in the mood for cards. Care for a round of Gwent?
I'm always in the mood for Gwent.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of Gwent. Ever play Gwent?
Of course. Even tried to teach Vesemir, but turned out he's just mule-headed. Why do you ask? Up for a quick hand?
Am I? Have you crying like a baby by the time I'm through with you. A game of Gwent. How about it? Let's play cards. Gwent wouldn't be bad. Wouldn't mind a few rounds of Gwent. How about a few rounds of cards? Gwent specifically. Hard to argue with that. Want a bit more to spend though. So how about a game of Gwent? Wouldn't mind a few rounds of Gwent. Trade's good and all, but I'm hankering to play some cards. Gwent specifically. What would you say to a few rounds of Gwent? Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards. Yearning to play a few rounds of Gwent. That ought to set me straight. Play cards. Gwent wouldn't be bad. How about you take a break from hawking? We play cards instead. We get some cards in too, I'll be a happy man. Yearning to play a few rounds of Gwent. That ought to set me straight. In the mood for some diversion. A game of Gwent'd be best. Don't know that I'm gonna buy anything, but I sure wouldn't mind a few rounds of Gwent. What would you say to a little game of Gwent? Wouldn't happen to play Gwent, would you?
Certainly. I got my first deck, years ago, back in Central. Proceeded to teach the game to half of Skellige. Why do you ask? Looking to play?
Yeah, glad to play around. Gwent, ever play the game?
If your question is would I be interested in playing you, the answer is simple. No.
Afraid of losing? I understand.
Very well. Out with your deck. Win. And I'll give you my best card.
How about a round of Gwent?
Fine. Let's play. But you're not to speak.
Gwent. Know the game?
The gulls shed off cliffs. Let's see your deck. It's been a dull day. We'll play for my catacombs.
Show me what you can do. You ever play Gwent?
Hermione taught me the rules and gave me a deck. Wish to play?
Let's play a quick round. Any chance you play Gwent?
Oh, aye. It's a great passion. Wanna play?
I'm ready. Let's do this. Smithing. Pretty tiring job. Need a break, maybe? Relax a bit? Play a game or two of Gwent? Up for a few rounds of Gwent?
Sure. Yes?
Heard you play for high stakes here.
Firstly, we must have the proper effects. Let's have a look at our cards, shall we? Cards are in order, but can we afford the buy-in?
We can.
Well, let's have a name then, and we shall issue an entry ticket.
Geralt of Rivia.
Gerard of Rivia. The match will start soon, but the hoi polloi must first be driven out. We will please wait. Achoo!
Starting at last. A year down the road, I'll be plying Hortensia and my lads with tales of this night. Let's play!
I get no pleasure whatsoever from easy victories, so I should be very angry if you let me win.
Don't plan to. Curious about that other proposition, though.
Play.
Let's begin.
Interested in goods, but I'd sure like to play some cards. What would you say to a few rounds of Gwent?
Perhaps you'd care to sit down to some Gwent with us.
Most certainly would. You needn't ask twice, midget.
No need for insults.
I'm sorry. I meant no offense.
Were that true, you wouldn't have called him a midget.
I've apologized. What else would you have me do? Bring him flowers?
I'd have you play and stop talking.
Let us play, gentlefolk.
What's your wager?
Everything. The whole lot. I'm all in.
I never knew you to be such a gambler.
You shall see many new sides of me this night, my dear. Many large sides.
Normally we play that the loser's got to wear the ass ears.
I needn't care. I shan't lose. You ever play Gwent?
An immortal demands you fulfill 3 wishes, and you've the gall to propose a round of Gwent.
Afraid to lose? No problem. I'll find someone else.
Believe that's the worst wind-up I've ever heard. Lay out your cards.
Hellband! It's been years. Allow me to introduce you. Geralt of Rivia.
Enchanted.
Pleasure's all mine.
How's it? Got your eye on any sparkly bits today?
Not really. I buy what strikes me fancy. I need something right sumptuous for me walls just now.
Nilfgaard. I get it right?
Excuse me?
Your Gwent deck. It's Nilfgaard, innit? Come on, admit it.
Seen right through me.
Ha! I knowed it. You don't look like one who easily agrees to a draw.
You ought to know, Helmut. Geralt here's a positively superb player. Superb.
We got a minute before the auction starts, so... Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Maybe around?
Suppose it's not whether you win or lose. Sure, I'm game.
Brilliant. I'll lay my cards out.
All right. Game on. Few rounds of Gwent. That ought to set me straight. You know, been wanting to ask you something.
Ask me now.
Just curious. You ever play Gwent?
Oh, Geralt. Geralt. Of course I play. What else is there to do come evening when one's among soldiers? Come on, let's lay them out.
How about a few rounds of cards? Gwent, specifically. Not likely to taste your famous fisherman's chowder, so maybe we could play some Gwent. In the mood for a round of Gwent? Herbs schmerbs. But how about some Gwent, eh? Gwent, maybe we could play a round. Of Gwent, maybe? Care for a quick round of Gwent? No, you're busy, but you up for a round of Gwent? Convinced me. Lay him out.
But, as we are both forced to wait, fancy a round of Gwent.
Why not? Let's lay him out.
Now, that I understand. I'll start arranging my deck.
Interested in the unusual. Got a special request. Just need to keep this between you and me.
You know well I shouldn't. Hey, who cares? How might I help?
Gwent. You play? Happen to play Gwent, would you? Instead of chatting, why not a quick game of Gwent? Gwent? Easy, but round of Gwent. Gwent, maybe we could play a round. Wouldn't happen to play Gwent, would you? Gwent, interested in a round or two? You play much Gwent? Up for a quick match, maybe? No, you're busy, but you up for a round of Gwent? In the mood for a round of Gwent?
Geralt of Rivia plays Hamal on Gangbali.
Let's grab a table.
A wager would you wish to make?
What did you have in mind?
Weapons do I collect, and your sword of silver my eye has caught. Should I win, I should take it. Should I lose, to you another equally precious shall I give.
All right. So be it.
Geralt of Rivia has defeated Hamal on Gangbali of Ophir. In the semi-final, Geralt shall face the defending champion, Ambassador Von Hinn.
I am honored.
In the pre-final, Count Monnier, representing the Skellige faction, shall face Geralt of Rivia, also playing with a Skellige deck.
My brother's dream has come true. Skellige in the final, and played by both contestants.
Good luck.
To determine the ultimate victor, Geralt of Rivia, playing the Skellige faction, shall face Yaki Raffiberg, playing Scoia'tael. Let the better man or dwarf win.